What's going on YouTube? Today we gonna be doing a transformation cut. He finna cut the whole fro off, go to wavelength at the top. So you wanna start by picking the hair out. And right here I'm doing a freehand trim to cut the hair down to half the length that it was so that my clippers can glide through the hair evenly. Okay, right here I'm going in with my number 2 detachable blade, starting at the crown and working my way out, going with the grain of the hair. Okay, right here I'm setting in my initial guideline with the lever closed on my wall 1919s. Remember, the closed lever takes off more hair. Now I just open my lever up, going up about 1 inch higher than my initial guideline. In this area, you want to make sure you go over it as much as need be to ensure that all the hair is the same length. Right here, I'm closing my lever halfway and I'm about to start knocking out that bottom guideline, the first guideline I put in. Remember, you don't always have to use the whole blade, you can just use the corners to get those dark areas. Okay, now I'm grabbing my number 1 guard with the lever all the way open and I'm going up another inch higher than that previous guideline using that flick out motion. Now I'm closing my lever all the way and I'm gonna blend out that bottom line using my flick out motion. And what I mean by flick out, basically you using your wrist to make the clipper do a scooping motion. You scooping out. Now I'm taking my number 1.5 guard with the lever open, going up about another inch higher, making my taper blend into that number 2 that I cut his hair down with, using that flick out motion. Use your wrist to create that scooping motion. Now I'm closing the lever on my 1.5 guard, knocking out any dark areas I see in my taper. Okay, right here I got my lever all the way closed, putting in my initial guideline for my side taper. He's getting a high taper, so usually with high tapers, you want to use the top of your client's ear to base your guideline off of. As you can see, my guideline is lined up with his ear. And right here, I'm going in with my lever open, going up about 1/2 inch. Remember, there's less space in this area, so you want to start going up 1/2 inch instead of a whole inch. Okay, right here I'm closing my lever up halfway and I'm gonna start blending those 2 guidelines into each other using just the corner of the blade. Okay, now I'm grabbing my number 1 guard with the lever all the way open. about to go up another 1/2 inch higher than that previous guideline using that flick out motion. As you guys can see, I switched from the brush to the comb now. The reason being is because once you start picking up guards, the hair is a lot longer. And you want to use that comb to create space in between the hair so your guards can perform efficiently and get the job done better. Okay, now I'm closing my lever halfway with the number 1 guard on, blending out that faint line in between the 1 open and the no guard open. Now I'm closing my lever up all the way, getting at any dark areas in my fade using just the corners. Now I'm grabbing a number 1.5 with the lever all the way open, blending my taper into that number 2 that I cut his hair down with. Now I got my lever all the way closed with the 1.5 guard, getting at any dark areas that are still in my fade.
Pablo, you crazy for this one.
Okay, right here, I didn't like that extra darkness behind his ear, so I'm taking my 1.5 guard with the lever open and I'm fading that part of his hair out. These details play a big role in you being paid extra for your services, so pay attention to every detail of your cut. Now I'm taking my number 1 guard and adding some more detail to my fade, going with the grain and fading out those small dark areas that I still see. Okay, I'm doing the same thing on his right side, so y'all just follow along and pay attention to every detail. Now I'm using Red Alert. This is basically a mousse you put on the hair to make it lay down and get it to cooperate. It's just an added service, man. If y'all want to get paid more, you gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? Make your client feel like royalty. Now it's time to prep the hairline and get it ready for that clean edge up. I use a cotton round in this product called Glass by OG Walker. You can get it at ogwalker.com. Same with the Red Alert. But basically you want to go in and clean the hairline off as much as you can. When it comes to lining your clients up, you want to have a light touch. You don't want to irritate your client's skin. So let your blade do all of the work. You don't have to add extra pressure. When it comes to doing those curves and arches, you want to just use the corner of the blade. And also you want to take your time and get your client that sharp line.
Pablo, you crazy for this one.
Right here, I'm taking my number 1 guard with the lever open and I'm going over my client's hairline area. This right here helps the hairline to last longer. Usually with doing the box, you want to use a facial feature. For instance, in this one, I'm using his eyebrow. As you can see, his box is pointing directly at the end of his eyebrow. Right here, I'm just adding in a little bit more detail to my taper. Right here, these are the blades I use to perform my razor lineup. Every client should have a razor that's fresh out the pack, no matter what. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Any tools or anything I use in this video will be linked in the description below. And y'all stay blessed.